They're in love. They are in love.
You guys flirting?
Look at you. Good girl.
Today is a fun day.
Yeah, it is.
All right, Stula, got some fun stuff for you. Stula is our adult African male elephant. He is actually going through a period called must right now. That means he has higher testosterone levels than normal. So right now he's just a little bit more on edge and just really anxious.
So peanut butter, honey, alfalfa?
Yeah, sounds delicious.
Right now we're putting just some fun things on a tire for Stula for some enrichment for today. We'll give that to him, kind of put it in the off-holding for him and see what he does with it.
The tire is super heavy. It takes a couple of us to lift. Hopefully he throws it around and gets a little bit of that testosterone out.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh boy.
If I was an elephant, I would think that looked delicious.
You can pick it up.
You can pick it up, buddy. Just be prepared that if he starts to lift that thing, you gotta know where you're going. Oh gosh, here we go. Yeah, buddy!
Whoa, that was cool.
Good job! In the wild, when males are going through must, they're gonna be knocking down trees and throwing huge logs around. So being able to give him some enrichment that encourages those natural behaviors is super cool to watch.
Man, his right temporal gland is...
Yeah. Wow, he's super trippy. There's some pretty clear indications that we're able to tell that he's in must. His temporal glands get really secrety, so he'll constantly have those stains down his face. He'll also be constantly urinating. That is a very clear sign of must. And then he also just has a lot of extra built-up energy. So he likes to throw things around, so we like to give him opportunities to do that. Hopefully, that high testosterone is going to help us with breeding. We're gonna make sure that he's going in with the girls very regularly, and then maybe have some elephant babies here soon. Let's do that. We want some elephant babies in the shorts. Good job, buddy.
All right, Stula, have fun with your tire.
We have a bunch of different birds. We have over 80 species inside the main aviary alone. It's a wide variety of birds, and it's just great.
All right, it's go time.
Yep. 4 years in the making, just about.
Here at Zoo Tampa, we have 2 shoebill storks. Currently, they are in what we call the back of the house. Over the past few years, they've lived separately, but right next to one another. So they've seen each other every single day. But it's been 4 years since they've been together on habitat.
Hi, Lady Bill.
Today, we'll be moving our female shoebill lady over to her new habitat. We wanted to make sure that we gave the shoebills a nice water source. They are from wetlands in Africa. Also tall grasses, things that they can hide behind. One of the most impressive parts of the new habitat is how high it is. It's going to give them the ability to fly, which is really cool. So this is a really exciting time for us.
Going to your new home today, beautiful. Shoebill storks are prehistoric. That's, I think, the first word that comes to anybody's mind when they see one. They're pretty large. They're about 4 feet tall. They've got a very large claw-shaped beak, which is why they call them shoebills.
You're okay, ma'am.
You're okay. You're okay. You're okay, pretty girl. You're okay.
We're just stepping back here.
It is an honor to work with shoebills. We're one of only 2 current institutions in North America that has shoebills. We're very aware of what an interesting and cool experience it is for us.
Ready?
Yeah. Do you want to go for the head and I'll get her
Yeah.
body?
All right.
All right, Lady Bill.
It's that time, ma'am. You're okay.
You want to grab her head?
Yep, get her head.
I'm gonna flip her around this way. All right.
Over the past few years, it's been quite the roller coaster ride with Lady Bill. She had a leg injury almost 4 years ago, and we've been keeping a close eye, making sure she's basically 100% before we do anything with her. Make sure that tape's nice and tight. We've been given the go-ahead from our vets that she is good enough to put back on habitat, so it'll be exciting to finally get her back out where guests can see her. All right, Lady Bill, you ready to go?
Off we go.
They're coming.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, this is a huge moment. I don't think I've ever been so anxious.
Aww.
It's been years in the making of putting her onto this habitat, so we're really excited.
All right.
Hi.
Hi there.
Hi, how's it going?
Good.
Oh my goodness, look at her. Lady Bill has quite a medical history. Years ago, it was looking really, really dire, and she made an astounding recovery. She's a tough bird, and I am just so amazed to see where she's at today.
She's definitely strong. She looks alert.
Near her heart sounds great. I'm just doing a brief exam on her, just taking advantage of this opportunity since we have the hands on her to just palpate her legs. They look fantastic.
Do you need to look inside her mouth
Yeah.
too?
Shoebills have a very large bill with very sharp edges, which is really advantageous for them in eating their fish, but also small reptiles and mammals. They've got to be quick, they've got to be fast, and they've got a really nice big sharp bill that can get the job done. It's great. Shut the guys and back away.
Strong, nice and strong.
All right, let's let her
All
go.
right.
Let's let her go. Yeah. She's had enough.
She's so ready.
There's always a little bit of nerves associated with having an animal move to a new place.
Are you just gonna sit down?
Yeah, she'll just kind of rest there for a second.
Good?
Yep.
All right.
Good girl.
Here you go, ma'am.
Oh, beautiful girl.
A few loose feathers.
Oh my gosh, look at her.
Just checking everything out.
So much new space.
Mm-hmm.
She looks phenomenal. She looks completely comfortable. And it was really nice to just kind of see her take that long stride. I haven't seen her do that in quite some time.
So from here on out, if you're looking for anyone on the aviary team, just come on over here.
Everyone will be over here.
Exactly.
On their breaks. Given her history and the fact that there's a new habitat that she's got to get used to, we want to give her some time to get settled, to get acclimated before we bring the male Zero into the mix.
We'll see you later, lady.
She's like, what's the big deal, guys?
You're the big deal.
So I'm married to Colin that works in the Asia department. We actually met here at the zoo. We were both interns at the same time. It's super crazy. This is how we first met.
Yeah, cleaning and feeding giraffe yard.
Nothing but giraffe yard.
Being married to somebody else at the zoo definitely has its perks. We don't even work on the same continent, so it is really nice being able to go over and see the Africa side of things. Oh man, this is so much fun. She has a whole bunch of fun coming over and being able to see how the Asia side runs.
Can I touch her?
Of course. Your hands are gonna be dirty
you're
though.
So fuzzy.
They do that.
Yeah, being able to hang out with Colin at work is super duper cool. We talk about poop a lot, which like gross, who does that? But for us, it's just part of the job. So it definitely makes having a partner in this field super fun.
This was fun.
Yeah. Everyone likes date night at the zoo, even the animals. Date night, XOXO. Tonight is considered elephant date night. Breeding elephants is definitely a challenge. We want to make sure that we hit that very small window where the females are cycling. So over the last few months, we've been letting Studla stay the night with the females. They have the option of going outside into the yard or staying inside the barn. In order to make sure that everyone is safe, we'll set as much food and enrichment out in the yard as possible, and we're going to be monitoring them very closely.
Ah, the alfalfa has purple flowers.
Extra romantic.
Here at Zoo Tampa, we've had an incredibly successful breeding program. It's the real measure of all the work our teams are doing day in, day out. Sometimes we feel like maybe, we're part of a dating program, but certainly some animals are incredibly difficult to get to successfully breed as well. Elephants are a perfect example. It takes a lot of work and a lot of effort, and a lot of different people putting in a lot of effort to make that happen.
Cool.
Beautiful.
Decorated.
Good job, guys. All right, you guys ready for main yard?
Yep.
She knows there's lots of fun stuff outside. Right now, we have Majega and Mbali that are paired up with Studla, so they're gonna be the ones that are going to be interacting with him and potentially be breeding here soon. Look at her run. She runs every time. Studla, you ready? Yeah, look at that.
Oh boy.
So you excited?
Yeah.
Yikes. We're gonna let him cool down. Let him chill for a second. Yikes. Is he excited? Yeah. We're gonna let him cool down. Let him chill for a second.
Yeah, he came out pretty hot.
Yeah, he needs to be chill for day night. Sudha has a lot of built up energy. We can tell that he's just like really anxious. He has a lot of testosterone right now. We want to make sure that it's nice and controlled. So we just kind of give him a second to chill out, make sure that he's okay before we put him out there with the girls.
Just let me know when you're ready, Brandy.
Yeah, you're good whenever.
Okay.
I just didn't want him going out super crazy. And there he goes. He's running. Cute. All we can do really is just set up the habitat to where we're giving them as much opportunity as possible outside into the yard or inside the barn. Hopefully the mood is set and he gets the job done. What's he doing?
Eating.
Typical Stuba. All right, guys, let's let them be and head home for the night.
I think there is magic in the air.
It's 5 of 9 right now. This is the first spot check. We'll have someone here every 3 hours or so just to kind of check in on everybody, make sure they're doing all right. Majega went out on habitat with Mavi and Mpumi. It's like Mbali and Sula are having date night. Majega's watching the kids. All the stars need to align to get an elephant pregnant. And that's why we're gonna do this 24 hours a day. Having Sula in with the girls as often as possible is great for like just the social dynamic, but it's also really important for ensuring that we can put baby elephants on the ground here. What's everybody doing? You can hear Mbali in the background just kind of vocalizing a little bit. She's hanging out in the stalls here with Studla. So it's really cool to see these two in here actually because Mbali and Studla have such a really dynamic relationship. Mbali will play with him and kind of push him around and he just loves the interaction. He'll like lay down for her. That's why it's like so important and so cool to have these guys together, you know. And the best part about it is it leads to little baby elephants. All the variables are in place, so now we just need to sit back and let the elephants do the work. All right, good night, everybody.
So this is Al, and we have Dabby. So Al and Dabby, the Aldabra tortoises. Aldabra tortoises are off the coast of Africa.
Dan, you want me to start moving tortoises?
Yeah, go ahead and start moving them.
Okay. Hey, buddy.
There you go. We've got 3 Aldabra tortoises, Al, Dabby, and Sly.
This is Al, or Big Al. So he's our large male. He's about 430-ish pounds last time we weighed him.
Al's motivated.
I know, but Dabby's in the way. It's a roadblock situation. Oof.
Dabby is one of our oldest Aldabs. She's in her 60s, so she's about midlife.
And Dabby's off.
I've been working with Dabby for 22 years. She's been here longer than I've been at the zoo, and she's a great little animal.
You got 0 tortoises in?
Yeah, I got 0 tortoises in. Everything with Aldabras moves at tortoise pace. So the key here is patience, and lots of it.
All right, you've almost got them. I'm gonna go grab the golf cart and drive it around to here so we can drive
Sounds
it right
good.
in.
They'll be in by the time we're ready, and even then, I don't think they're gonna sprint for the gate very fast.
Today we're going to add some rock in with the giant tortoises we have here. These guys come from volcanic islands, so we're going to bury some of that rock in here that they can walk over. It's good for their foot care. That way we're not in here all the time trying to trim nails and things.
So we're putting the rock work right next to the door here so they kind of have to move past it. This is their new welcome mat to come in, but it's kind of a workout welcome mat for them.
I'd never come over if you had a workout welcome mat.
This amount worked out almost perfect.
I know. It's awesome.
We have the ramp all set up. We've covered it a little bit of dirt to make sure it's not going to shift. We're gonna let the tortoises out and they're gonna experience the first time and hopefully it helps out. So we'll be able to tell almost immediately. All right, you guys ready?
Yep. Here they go. Bumper tortoises.
These guys were designed to walk on this stuff.
For sure, now it's kind of like the entrances into the caves in the Aldabras that they use.
Exactly.
Oh, here comes Dabby.
You guys said you noticed some limping on this girl.
Yeah, it was her back right.
Dabby's just kind of scooting across the ground to where she wants to be.
When she puts weight on it to walk,
yeah, when she's
she
walking.
drops down and then rests and then moves forward and then steps again. I don't think she's been doing any sprints. You got any ideas for why she might be limping?
The only reason I could think is Big Al there.
Our most likely scenario for this injury was our big male Al doing a little bit of breeding. He is a little bit over 430 pounds. So when he mounts Dabby, she has a lot of weight to carry.
With it being so long a week and she's still limping, it's time to get the vets to take a look.
All right, let's get her feeling better.
So this is Charlotte. She is our prehensile tail porcupine and one of the cutest porcupines you'll ever meet in your life.
She is definitely a crowd favorite here at Zoo Tampa, but also a favorite in our team.
Hello, everyone. Yes. How's everyone doing today? Good.
Prehensile tail porcupines live in the rainforest of South America. Specifically, she is a Brazilian prehensile tailed porcupine, and prehensile just means hand-like.
Yeah, and then you guys can see that tail wrapping action. It helps her to grip onto tree branches as she's walking through the forest, as she's sleeping, or as she's riding around on her hands.
We've had some concerns about Charlotte's health in the past few months. We could tell she wasn't feeling very good. She wasn't really interacting with her trainers the way that she used to, and she was kind of denying some of her favorite foods that she had always really loved to eat in the past.
Thank you so much for joining Charlotte and I. Thank you.
It's hard to see any animal that we have under our care that you can tell doesn't feel very well. So I'm really excited to be able to bring her to the vet today and hopefully get some answers.
Good morning.
We are ready for Miss Charlotte. Today we're gonna do a dental exam on Charlotte the porcupine. Because of her size and all of her quills, it's difficult to do like injections or any other options. So typically we'll do this and she just breathes in the gas until she falls asleep.
I will use the gloves for the initial. Wow.
Yeah. Otherwise your hands will get all pricked.
No, thank you.
Porcupines can be very spiky, obviously. So working with them, especially under anesthesia, where we need to move and manipulate her body, can be a little bit tricky because we don't want to get ourselves stabbed by her quills. Ready?
Ow, ow. Ow, ow.
You okay?
That got me good.
Hazards of the job. Getting peed on, pooped on, bit, poked by a porcupine. It's not something she's doing aggressively. She just has that constant defensive mechanism in place. Just want to look at her tooth really quickly. At Charlotte's last exam, we identified an abnormal tooth, which was very consistent with a tooth root infection.
Her tooth is still really discolored, so we'll see what the radiographs show us.
This tiny tooth was unfortunately not something we could get a good look at on our previous radiology equipment. Go for it, Rob.
Okay, prepping, shooting.
We're really excited. We were recently able to get new dental radiology equipment. So what we can do today is get much finer detail of her jaw and help us direct the next step for treatment. Oh, Rob. Rob, it's perfect.
We were able to get really amazing images of Charlotte's teeth, and what we can see there is that there is an area of bone loss around the tooth root, which is consistent with a tooth root infection, which is what we had been treating her for. The tooth is super stable. So the next step for her is actually to continue the antibiotics in case the infection is still there. And then in about 3 to 4 weeks, we will repeat the radiographs to see if there's any changes to that area.
Love you. You're so cute. You're a good girl. I'm very happy with the results that we got today. Even though the tooth is infected, hopefully the antibiotics will clear it up in a few weeks, and Charlotte will be back to eating her favorite foods in no time. Come on, let's go.
So we have Studla out with the rest of the herd, and he's showing a lot of interest in one of our females in Bali. Typically, a female African elephant is going to have a 90-day cycle. Within that time period, they're going to have a really small fertile window, which can only last for like 3 days. So it's a really, really small time frame that an elephant can actually get pregnant. Historically, Mbali has never had true 90-day cycles. She's been all over the place. It's never been consistent, which makes it even more challenging to predict when she can get pregnant. Mbali and Studla kind of have a like a private location. They always come over here to the south side of the yard. It kind of tucks them away a little bit. I don't know if it's his preference or hers, but I think 90% of the time that they're breeding, it always takes place over here. Studla and Mbali are breeding right now, which is obviously a great sign. But we're not sure if Mbali's fertile right now, so we'll do a blood test in a few weeks to confirm whether or not she's pregnant.
Aviary to Florida.
Go for Florida.
Can you go to channel 9?
AC Tiffany to Aviary Josh or Julie.
10-4.
Can you guys come down to Shoebill? We got a call that our female Shoebill lady actually tried to land and fell, and that she was bleeding. Without getting a closer look, it's really hard to see exactly where the wound is.
It's super concerning that after 4 years of rehabilitation and suddenly just a few days after moving her back into her new habitat, that we have something happening like this. It's heart-wrenching.
All right, ready?
Ready.
All right, let's go.
So you haven't even been in here a week and you've already hurt yourself.
We need to get hands on Lady. It's a little bit tricky because she now has a really high habitat. So if she wanted to, she could easily fly right over our heads. We also don't want her to get injured as we're trying to get hands-on. So we're gonna take it slow and really work together as a team to make it as quick and painless as possible.
Hi, ma'am. Hi. Can you go back that way? Oh, come back towards you, Josh. Hold on, she's right at the fence.
Can you get her now?
Definitely that way. Good girl.
Cynthia, you're good.
We know that Lady Bill has been bleeding, and it's really hard to tell where it's coming from.
Might need her up.
Yeah. I can do wings if you want to do feet.
The next step is to try to find out where this blood is coming from and how much bleeding it is to try to figure out whether we need to intervene or not.
Geez, did she like stab an artery right here or what?
Oh, sorry.
Geez, did she like stab an artery right here or what?
The very first thing when Lady Bill is restrained is trying to figure out where this blood is coming from.
Pull that wing out.
Okay, ready? Uh-oh.
Oh, it is her wing.
Oh, okay.
I think it's just
going on that side.
Yeah.
Good. We couldn't see this. All we saw was dripping from here, so. All right, I'm glad it's a wing.
Yeah.
I was a little more worried when I thought it was a chest. All right.
As I'm looking at this wound, thinking it's a pretty typical trauma scrape, not a big deal. Then I noticed that there is something protruding from it. And so I started touching it, and I could tell right away that it was a stick that was stuck in there. It's got a piece in there.
Of bamboo?
Dang.
Oh, poor girl. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, she stabbed herself with a piece of bamboo. Poor thing.
We're thinking Lady Bill was just exploring the habitat, flying around, and decided she wanted to land on some bamboo and see what it was, if it could hold her weight. And then she found out very quickly that it could not.
It probably hurt a little bit, huh? Maybe next time don't try and land in the bamboo.
Jeez, you did a number. I need this bleeding to stop. Oh, there's a hole. You see it? I might have to put a stitch in this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So next step is placing a little suture.
You don't think with this stick out, it'll stop on its own?
Not so far.
Okay.
It was in there pretty good.
Yeah, it was steep.
You're one tough lady. At this point, Lady is stitched up. We want to make sure that that bleeding has stopped. So we are going to put a vet wrap on the wing.
How do we feel about yellow? I think yellow would look fabulous.
Yeah, gray and yellow. It's very fashion forward.
We're going to leave this wrap on her. It's not something that should stay on for a long period of time. When she extends her wrist, it should just fly off. I feel like we've made some good progress.
Yeah.
Let's just let her go.
We're gonna let her go in the barn. That way if we need to get hands on again, it's a smaller space.
We're gonna let her get up, walk around, see how she does, and kind of keep a very close eye on her, see what's gonna happen. Good job, sweetie. You're okay. Just chill out for a little while.
So is it because you didn't want Zero to come hang out with you?
It is unfortunate that she injured herself. We want to make sure that she can navigate everything okay before we bring the male here. It does prolong that process a little bit.
I think we could let her out.
Yeah, all right.
That'd be
Sounds
great.
good.
Okay, let's do it.
We're hopeful that it was one small setback and that we're still good to move forward, and we'll get Zero out here in no time.
Good job, ma'am. You're all right.
She's gonna show everybody her bandage.
She likes it. It's very fashionable.
Yeah. She looks great.
Check in later.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you. This is Frilly, our frilled lizard. We're very creative.
I know.
You got your bucket?
I got the bucket.
We have a tortoise named Dabby here who is kind of dragging her right back foot. So, I mean, she's just not putting any good weight on it.
You can even see it in her trail.
Yeah.
One size heavier.
So something's bothering her.
Yeah.
Today, the vets are going to come down and do some x-rays.
Hello.
Hello.
How's she doing? Still favoring that leg?
I don't think it's, she's still favoring it.
Was it after Al?
It could have been Al
Yeah.
stepping on her or, breeding. When Aldabbers breed, the males climb on the females. Al is about 430 pounds, where Dabby's about 125 pounds. So she's got to carry that 430 pounds of male tortoise.
These tortoises are a lot of things. Graceful's really not one of them.
Well, we'll get rads today, see if there's anything underlying that we can't tell from our external exam. So we're gonna take some radiographs on Dabby. We want to double check that there's no underlying bony issues that could be the cause of her current lameness.
So slide it straight this way.
Even if I just slide it this way a hair, we could get like just this side. Even though they're slow, it can be very challenging to do radiographs on one of these big tortoises.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if she'll just back up.
She ain't gonna back
She's
up.
gonna just turn.
She's like,
just gonna turn.
We try our best to corral them, but if they don't want to sit still, they probably won't. This is the
All right, down.
the injured
Down.
leg.
Down.
Spencer.
Sorry.
Down, Debbie. Luckily, we have some tortoise tricks up our sleeve, and her animal care staff have some of her favorite treats, and that helps to kind of slow her down because she wants to stop and take a bite.
And give her a piece of banana. Get her to stay still a little bit. Okay, ready? Shooting.
We got really good shots with
Yeah.
the joints really nicely isolated, so we'll have really good comparisons. Now we'll take the radiographs back to the hospital where we can get them up on our big viewing screen and do a little bit more manipulation to the images to get a really close look and make sure that we don't miss anything that could be happening with her bones.
All right, let us know. Thank
Thank you so much. Thank you for your very perfectly positioned tortoise. She's so darn cute. Oh, she sees the produce. She's like, okay, I'm headed in that direction.
Bye, Dabby.
Rafiki, come. You all right?
Good girl.
And Bali's coming your way.
10 for him.
Good girl. Hi, Bali. Let's go. Recently, we have seen a little bit of breeding with our male and our female in Bali. Trunk up. Can you see that pretty tongue of yours? Good girl. It would be a career goal to have an elephant baby. I have yet to see one be born or be able to work with a newborn elephant calf, so that'd be probably the highlight of my career. So we're super excited and we're really crossing our fingers that Mbali is gonna be pregnant. Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
So you guys ready?
Yeah.
Today we're gonna get blood on Mbali. I'm hoping that the blood gods are in our favor today, right?
Yes.
Elephants are pregnant for almost 2 years. It's about 22 months. Turn. Good. Ultrasounds usually take place at the very end of their pregnancy terms. One of the early things that we can do before any ultrasounds or obvious pregnancy signs come about is to monitor their blood work. A lot of the times it's kind of determined by the weather on whether or not we get blood, so I'm crossing my fingers.
We're ready. Are you pregnant? I sure hope so.
Elephants are pachyderms, which means they have really thick skin, except their ears. Their ears actually have really thin skin, and that allows us pretty much the only spot to regularly get blood samples from.
You got anything? No.
They can actually shut off that blood flow to those ears. So this is something that elephants definitely do voluntarily. You might see the tracks where those vessels normally are, they just might not be filled with blood. She's shutting them off, but
You don't want us to know if you're pregnant, huh? We tried to draw blood from Mbali's ear to see if she was pregnant, but we were unsuccessful. It's
You're
a
hiding
mystery. So we're gonna go ahead and try her other ear. All right, sweetheart. There you go. Hi, sweetheart.
got 2 options here.
You're okay.
All right, sticking. There we go. Good job.
Good job, sweetheart. Good flow.
There we go.
Yay! Good girl, Mbali. Good job.
I'm super happy that we were able to get blood on Mbali today. We're able to send it out, check her hormone level, and see if she's pregnant.
How long does that stuff usually take to get back?
It depends.
Yeah.
But trust me, you'll be the first to know. Well, we'll be the first to know, but then you'll be the first to know. Mbali is one of my most favorite elephants. We're all hoping that she's pregnant. I mean, who doesn't want a baby elephant?
Fingers crossed.
Love is definitely in the air. Hey, Carly.
Hey.
You wanna do something fun?
Yeah?
All right.
What are we doing?
Today is the day we're gonna check our Incaturn boxes and see if there's any eggs in our 3 breeding boxes. We're looking for Luigi, and then we need Daisy.
Okay.
I have a little soft spot in my heart because I really love their little mustaches and their little personalities too. They all have different personalities. You ready?
Ready.
All right, let me know if you see anything.
Which box are we checking?
We're gonna check Mario and Peach. They all have names pertaining to Super Mario Brothers because that nice little mustache that Mario has. So we have Mario, Peach, Daisy, Luigi, Toad, Toadette, Lemmy, and Sushi. Our Incaturns, they are typically monogamous. Mario and Peach are together, Toad and Toadette are together, and Daisy and Luigi are together. You see anything?
I'm not seeing anything.
No eggs?
Nope.
All right, let's check Daisy and Luigi. So this is really important. This is the pair that we really want to have eggs. You see anything?
Oh, can you tilt it down a little bit? Oh, I see an egg.
You see an egg?
I do.
Okay. They haven't been successful, so hopefully this is
That's exciting.
This is good news.
Yeah.
We're really excited. So now it's the waiting game. We have about 25 days, roughly. We'll check the nest again and see if we have some little fluff nuggets. All right, I'm moving. I'm going.
Oh my goodness, you get to say good morning to all these animals? What special little girl are you?
Anytime you can wake up, get ready for work, and get it in a little early so that you can take your daughter on a zoo hike, no other better way to start a day.
Back there?
Oh, yeah.
I see him.
Tiffany and I met working with sea lions in the Caribbean. Eventually, we made our way to the zoo here, where now we have the opportunity to share this with our daughter.
Which one's your favorite penguin? The little one?
The fact that Mila gets to be a part of the zoo with us is awesome. You know, it's an experience that I hope she remembers for her entire life. You know, we want her to have an appreciation for wildlife. They're all looking at you right now.
Yeah, they are. I said, who's that little girl?
And is she gonna bring breakfast?
Being able to not only come here every day, but also share that with my family, it makes it that much more fun. It's always a good time, and we're just happy to do it all together. I think she's winning.
He's gonna get you. It's really cool to see my daughter grow up and be a part of this zoo, and then the animals too. You know, they're born here at the zoo. To watch them kind of grow up side by side is it's a cool dynamic.
Hi, girl. Good girl. Do you have a baby inside you? Is there a baby in here?
Let me know what she says, because that would be so much easier if she could just tell us.
Right, can you just let us know? How you feeling, girlie?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, how's it going? We sent the blood draws from Mbali to the lab, and we've gotten results back in. So we've got the results for Mbali here, and so I'll let Stacy deliver the news.
Do you want the good news or the bad news?
We've got the results for Mbali here, and so I'll let Stacy deliver the news.
Do you want the good news or the bad news?
Bad.
Well, the bad news.
Okay. She is not pregnant.
I am really disappointed. Having elephant babies is definitely something that we're super excited about. African elephants are endangered. Each elephant is incredibly important to their population. Being able to have elephant pregnancies and births would be super rewarding for the entire species.
Good news is she looks like she's cycling.
Cool. Very good.
Very often, female elephants can become acyclic and therefore don't have the normal reproductive cycles that they should have. And this obviously makes it very challenging for them to get pregnant. It's unfortunate we wanted her to be pregnant, but the good news is that she's showing signs of cycling, which she had not been before.
Cool.
So that's good news.
Yeah.
She's doing what she's supposed to be doing.
Yeah, yeah.
With Mbali, there's been a lot of guesswork. So in the mere fact that the results today have told us when our next window is, it's priceless. That gives us a target window and something to look forward to.
I'm just glad that she's cycling. It's awesome.
And we'll just keep doing what we've been doing.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, she's in the pool! Look at him! Oh, I love that.
Hey, Debbie. How's your foot feeling?
So the x-rays came back negative, nothing bone, nothing dislocated, nothing broken.
Good.
So it's probably just a little bit of a strain she's got there. The plan is to keep going with the vet's recommendations as far as medication, and then I want those guys to make sure she's walking and putting weight on that. I truly believe it'll make her heal quicker. Let's give her some physical hydrotherapy.
Who doesn't love a little, like, apple bobbing?
We gotta get those little weights. We can do the water aerobics with her. There she goes. You can see she's not really limping so much in the water.
Yeah.
Helps take the weight off of it. Looks like she's moving it a lot more underwater.
It's just showing she feels a little more comfortable under there, but it'll bring strength back into it. She will heal.
Just that
But
tortoise
like I
speed.
said, it's just gonna take a time. Tortoises don't do anything fast.
Tortoises are slow to recover, so this will be a long process. But Dabby will recover much quicker if she can stay away from Big Al.
Now she's just got to get the apple. Oh, yes, there she goes.
There she goes.
She got it.
Hi, Lady Bill.
Perfect. It's healing perfect. Spectacular.
Lady Bill's wing has healed up nicely, so we're really excited today to be able to introduce our male Zero into the habitat.
Hi, Zero.
Hi, Zero Bud. Over the past 4 years, Zero and Lady Bill have been side by side in their 2 runs out in our pasture aviary. The past few weeks without Lady Bill there, Zero's been a little bit more subdued, but he definitely knows something's going on now.
All right, here we go. We're gonna go on a little trip, Zero.
So we're heading out to move Zero to see Lady Bill. First time he'll actually be in the same physical space with her in a few years, so it's gonna be super exciting to see them together.
Here we go.
I really hope that as soon as we put Zero and Lady Bill together, we're gonna see Bill clacking. For shoebills, they don't really vocalize like you normally think of with birds. They're gonna be using their beaks to open and close really fast, make kind of a wooden knocking noise. That's usually a sign that they're communicating with each other, that they're very social, and usually that is leading to breeding behaviors.
Hi. Oh, hello, friend. I thought you'd be in a crate.
What do you have there?
Thought I'd bring you a shoe bill.
It's the best present.
It's such an exciting day. I think having Lady there was step 1.
Where's she at? Is she still on the far side?
Yeah, she's in the corner over there. She's just looking at him.
Being able to see Zero and how he reacts to his new space, that's also really exciting and something that we've been waiting for.
All right, off he goes.
You ready?
Yep, if you want to put his body on, have his head. There you go, big guy.
Let's open up. It's the moment of truth. In a relationship like theirs, moving in together is a big step. I am still nervous on how they're gonna react to being together for the first time in years.
Yay, Zero.
There he goes.
Good job, buddy. No hesitation.
What is this? There you go, bud. Good job.
He's such a cool bird.
Gosh, gorgeous.
When Zero goes out to the habitat for the first time, he does so in his true fashion.
Strutting his stuff.
He is all confidence. He is completely checking everything out, really taking it all in.
Mr. Confident.
I know. I thought she looked good out there, but look at him.
He looks spectacular.
And he doesn't seem to be nervous about this new home in any way.
He's like, hi, girlfriend.
Inching forward. Now we just gotta wait and see what the two of them do when they see each other and come together for the first time in years.
Oh, he's going towards her.
Seeing Lady Bill and Zero together in the same space like this, it's an amazing feeling. There's just that hope that down the road we're gonna have more chicks, and that's just gonna be incredible.
Would be amazing to have another shoebill chick. She's a pretty good mom. Zero would be a first-time dad.
I would love to see that. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.